market regulator, the Capital Markets Authority. The Kenyan shilling is one of the most traded currencies in sub-Saharan Africa. The dollar and shilling currency trading is, however, regulated by the Central Bank of Kenya. But to break it down, in studio with me is Kevin Njenga, who is the CEO of Securities. And as I've said, the topic of discussion tonight is online Forex trading. Welcome to your studios.
Thank you, Carl, for having me.
Great. Kevin, just to highlight who you are, Kevin is a senior treasurer and financial risk management. He has over 16 years of experience, exposure in international money markets, assets management, risk management, and structured product segment, among others.
Yes.
Okay, great. Maybe we can start this interview on maybe the week we have seen bankers discussing about financial services being over-regulated. What is your opinion on that?
Thank you, Carol, for having me on board. As an ex-banker, I believe these regulations have come into place in light of what has happened over the last 4 or 5 years, where we've had 3 bank failures. You've had an interest rate cap environment come in, and it's important for the regulator to correct the situations that were considered protectionist for depositors in Kenya. So it was expected, but what is important, I think, going forward is to ensure that the regulations are proactive for private sector credit growth, delivery of financial services within a transparent and easier way, lowering cost of credit, looking at efficiencies around collateralized lending, for example, looking at efficiencies around settlement. And I think that would be able to create a more vibrant financial market and financial services sector.
Okay. I'd also want to hear your opinion on cryptocurrencies. We have seen the emergence of many digital currencies, such as Bitcoin. And we've seen the central bank governor saying, do not engage in this digital currency since they're not regulated. But Kenyans are still engaging in this digital currencies. Maybe the question is this thing for real, or is it a bubble that's about to burst in the long term?
I think cryptocurrencies are here to stay. The underlying technology, that is blockchain, that supports cryptocurrency, has a lot of benefits. So you'll find that cryptocurrencies will have a place in us. There are certain cryptocurrencies, in my view, that are very relevant. I do believe they can improve payment channels. They can improve ability to transact more efficiently. That would reduce transactional cost. What I think that people need to understand is the speculative nature of cryptocurrencies. The speculative nature of cryptocurrencies can increase your potential for loss. So it's important that you understand what you're getting into. There are definitely good fundamentals for cryptocurrencies, and I think trading cryptocurrencies in a regulated market is the next step. Obviously, there are concerns with Anti-Money Laundering Act, where you're not sure about the source of the cryptocurrency owner and that sort of. But in a regulated environment, it allows for that to blossom easier. I think that's where the opportunity is, in my view.
So do you think it is time the central bank does the regulations for the cryptocurrency?
Yes, and I do know that the central bank has something called a sandbox, where they are inviting people who have ideas, whether it's cryptocurrency, whether it's product development, to test these products in an environment that central bank has oversight on. And I think that's a step in the right direction. I do hope that that can now translate into reality, so that now Kenyans can enjoy a lot more different asset classes, such as cryptocurrencies, such as online Forex trading as well.
Allow me to engage you on this a little bit. Is there a difference between maybe blockchain technology and cryptocurrency? Can you be able to separate the two?
Okay, so blockchain is the underlying technology. It is the equivalent of the Windows of cryptocurrency. Cryptocurrencies are based on blockchain technology. Cryptocurrencies are what you call a currency for exchange. So you have an underlying value and you exchange goods and services for that, similar to dollar shilling, similar to US dollar, Canadian dollar, for example. So it's just a form of a currency, but the currency is derived from an underlying technology, that is blockchain.
Okay, now coming to your expertise on online Forex trading.
Yes.
Maybe you can start by sharing with us when and how and why did you get into online Forex trading?
Okay, so statistics show about 80,000 Kenyans have engaged in online Forex trading. Before we had an online broker in Kenya, they would have to send their monies to offshore entities, for example, unregulated entities. Some are regulated entities. But the challenge was, of course, this is a new asset class and requires a lot more education and understanding. And what typically happened was opportunists, rogue traders would come in and try and take people's money. And Kenyan investors did not have a recourse for, if my money has been defrauded from me, how do I challenge or how do I go that? So what was important is for the Kenyan National Treasury to understand that there's a big opportunity. There's probably about $100 million out there trading in online Forex trading. How do we harness these flows back into the country to support opportunities? So that led to the Capital Markets Authority getting the act amended that they have oversight over online Forex trading, then require them to develop regulations. It's been a 2-year journey through that process, and in 2017 August they passed regulations. We of course made our application just thereafter. It took us about 8 months to get a license, and in June we were happy to go live. It's been 3 months. There's a lot of interest in it. We are definitely, the feedback has been, we need to push education, we need to teach the great opportunity, what's there as an alternative asset class. And I think for Kenyans, this is a journey. We've taken the first step. We've got now a nice regulated environment. People are able to trade in a transparent manner. People are able to lodge complaints if they have that opportunity. Okay.
And before we continue tonight, we are asking, have you ever engaged in online Forex trading? You can share with us your experience on 22162, or you can use a social media platform at KBC Channel 1 on Facebook, at KBC Channel 1 on Twitter, or you can tag me at Carol W. Njenga, or tag at Kevin Njenga.
Yes, at Kevin Njenga. At
Kevin Njenga, and we'll highlight or read all those texts during this interview and also at the tail end of this interview. Now, maybe we continue now from the biggest concern on the online Forex trading is money laundering. Yeah. Tell us how you're dealing with this.
Okay, so for us to onboard a client, we have a rigorous what you call KYC process, which is know your customer. So we do a proof of identification. We also do a proof of address. Now, one of the things that we do is we do not accept what you call a third-party payment. So if Carol, if I was to open an account with EGM as Kevin, EGM cannot accept deposits from Carol. EGM can only accept current deposits in Kevin's name, if Kevin is the currency. Now, that prevents us from engaging with third-party payments. If Kevin makes some money and wants to withdraw, we have multiple payment channels such as M-Pesa, such as Airtel Money, such as bank transfers, and we can only pay money into your nominated account. If it is your M-Pesa, it is your registered M-Pesa account. If it is your bank, it is your bank account. So what you'd find is that we have entrenched that. Secondly, we have a fully fledged compliance department that reviews all account opening applications done with us. We continuously assess the behavior. We have, at the back end, we have what you call a KYC6 global system that just checks to see whether Carol, for example, is in a banned country or is restricted or has a history of AML issues. Then we would escalate that. We also report to the Financial Reporting Center as well, because we are regulated. We do need to report suspicious transactions. So from an AML perspective, it's a full end-to-end client onboarding process. We try to make, of course, the client journey as well easier, but we must understand the context in which you're operating in these global markets today. Okay,
maybe you can share with us maybe the journey in terms of, I want to start online Forex trading. Yeah. Where do I start?
Okay, so it takes you about 10 minutes. Visit our website. The website is www.egmsecurities.com. On the landing page, you have what you call you have two options. You can open a demo account, which you can be able now to just test with virtual currency, and you can open a live account. A live account, all we do is get your personal details, so you just fill an online form. You upload a copy of your proof of ID, so it would be your national ID or your passport, and then a proof of address, so a utility bill, for example, an M-Pesa statement or a bank statement, for us to identify your process. Then we go through the KYC process. The regulations require us to do what you call an appropriateness test, just to understand your level of understanding of financial markets and whether you've traded this before. If you have not traded this before, we would typically put you into a demo platform where you now get to understand how the products work. So it typically takes 10 minutes. Now, once your account is opened, you're now ready to trade. What is next? You need to fund your account. Now, we have invested in multiple payment channels. So you can deposit your money from M-Pesa, you can deposit from Airtel Money, you can use MasterCard, Visa card payments. So if you've got a debit card from your bank, you don't need to do that. You can just use your card. For larger payments, we can accept RTGS payments. Now, the good thing about our product is client funds are segregated from house account. Now, what I used to pay for my electricity bills is not what you used to deposit. And you have access to your funds on demand. So if you want to withdraw your money in the morning, you have access to your funds. So all you do is trade off your own funds, and they are in a segregated account. On withdrawals, the same process. We would always return the money where it came from. So if you send us money from a certain bank, and you want to withdraw, we would return the money to your bank. We offer different currency pairs and also different asset classes within our platform.
So how much do I start with?
So we have two products. Entry point is $200, which is 20,000 shillings equivalent. That's a minimum. That's one product. That's for the entry level. Then we have
an upper limit?
We don't have an upper limit. So if you've got $1 million, I'm happy to take that. But we have a second product, which is for the more elite trader, the people who have a lot more experience. We look for a minimum of $5,000, which is about 500,000 shillings. We are in the process of introducing a third product. I will have a lower entry point, because the 3 months that we've been in operation, the feedback we've got is people are looking for lower entry points. So we will be rolling that out, and we'll probably be looking at even as low as 2,000 shillings accepting, so that people can start trading with lower entry points as well. Okay.
Currently, you're not allowed to have a dollar-shilling pairing, yeah?
Yes.
How is this affecting your competitiveness and also service offering?
For us, it's not an issue, because what we offer is our clients is a global. Okay, dollar shilling is only one of about 170 currency pairs that are there in the world. So we don't need to trade the dollar shilling. We are offering you global market opportunities. We offer over 61 other currency pairs. So for example, if you want to buy the pound, if you want to trade in the pound, if you want to trade in the euro, Kenyans are now able to do that. We offer an interesting asset class such as precious metals. So if you want to trade in gold, you can do that on our platform. If you want to trade in oil, everybody's talking about VAT and the price going. So we've got certain manufacturers that we are talking to that can be able to hedge their positions on oil, for example. That's for the more complicated, more professional investors, but we are offering a significant amount of different asset classes as well.
Okay, so what opportunities are there on the online trading platform, and how do we harness it?
Oh, wow. I wish I had a lot of time to tell you. I think what I can see immediately is for those people who follow international news, we've seen what President Trump is talking about. There's a lot of fights between him and China. There's a lot of opportunities that we've seen where traders have made a bit of money on the back of that international news. We've seen global currencies such as the South African rand, which have fallen down because of everybody's moving back to the US because the US economy is doing well. We're seeing opportunities in that, and I think that's the difference. Kenyans have always been restricted to the traditional asset classes of shares, Forex, term deposits with a bank, or fixed deposits with a bank, or buying fixed income bonds, treasury bills. Now, we've seen the NSE go down 20%. There are no opportunities now in the share market, but there are global opportunities. Now, Kenyans have an opportunity to look and say, okay, maybe I need to look at how can I play in this global place. So we have seen, and what we've done is we have an academy on our website that will be providing information of opportunities that we've seen this is some of the trade ideas we have, because it's purely educational as well. Yeah.
So earlier on you did say that you are you first train somebody if somebody is interested in
Yes.
online trading.
Yes.
So share with us how transfer of skills is happening.
Okay, so what we have is we've got global partnerships with international trainers and speakers. We actually have one currently in Kenya. And for example, this morning we're at a university conducting educational lectures. So what we've done is we're going to do a countrywide tour. We started with Eldoret in mid-October, Kisumu, Nakuru, Nairobi. Then we'll go to Mount Kenya. What we are doing is we are educating people about what is Forex first. We want to open this up, people to understand what is Forex. How do I get into Forex? What are the tools available for you to trade? And that is where we want to start. Our journey is going to be long. We want to partner with Kenyans, and we are keen to see how Kenyans can expand their investment opportunities as well.
Since you were licensed, you said this was 3 months ago?
Yes, end of June is when we got our license.
Share with us how the experience has been like, and our Kenyans are maybe picking up this habit of Forex online trading.
Yes, the response has been very positive. We have over 2,000 customers that we've signed up. We have different segments of clients. We have corporates who have come on board. We have retail clients, even with low entry point. We have a lot of interest from clients who want to be educated. So we are now conducting a lot more seminars on board. We're trying to just continuously engage with our clients. We expect to engage a lot more with the regulator as well, because we want to grow this industry. CMA is very keen, as part of its Vision 2.0 for 2023, is to grow investor opportunities, and we want to partner with that. So we are partnering with them on the Investor Week, where they're going to educate a lot more youth on how to trade, what are the different opportunities. We want to partner with that. And as well, we of course also conducting a lot of internship programs as well, where we are educating people. They come, sit with us and see how we work, see how the Forex market works. I am in partnership with a number of universities where we want to be part of their course content. So we want to be able to say, if you've got an elective in university, we want to say that Forex trading is one, so that you can also start appreciating that from a lower level as well. Okay.
So how risky is the venture? Because I was reading somewhere that 90%, you lose 90% of your money while you're trading Forex.
Yes, I think the risks are there. And it's similar to any other asset class. If you get into property, you've seen some property markets now overheated. What I think is important for anybody who's getting on this is to take time to understand the product. Take time to understand what are the parameters. Take time to understand what are the risk management techniques. You have ability to make money, but it also comes with certain risks. And we always educate you that it's important for you to develop what you call a risk strategy. You don't just come in and start speculating. It's important for you to understand what's your psyche, what's your psychological disposition, and then get into it slowly, and build your portfolio. It's not an asset class that you want to go and put out your mortgage or your life savings into, because it of course is a higher risk. You've got cash, you can put cash in your mattress, that's lowest risk. You can, okay, well, it's not the lowest risk, but you get what I mean. You can put money in the bank that has a certain sort of level of risk. You can give the government in treasury bills. So it's up for investors to understand the risk profile that they're interested in. And we have certain people who have understood and have made significant amounts of money of that, because it's also a higher return asset class as well.
Okay, so maybe you can make us understand clearly.
Yeah.
You are a brokerage firm.
Yes.
You cannot trade on behalf of maybe your clients.
No, we are specifically, the regulations require us to only offer you prices. Now, anybody who comes onto our platform is required to trade on their own accord. There are regulations that allow for people to get licensed to trade on behalf of others. So they are called money managers. Now, so I believe the CMA has a number of applications, and that's part of the journey. So if, for example, somebody does not have the time to trade on their own, these money managers will be able to trade on their behalf. The beautiful thing about the regulations is you don't have to give that person the money. The money would be placed and they would only trade on your behalf, so do not really have access to your funds, which is a big plus for regulations in Kenya.
Okay. I was reading your biography, and I was seeing actually a biography of the company, and you're calling yourself a non-dealing online Forex exchange broker license. What does that mean?
So there are two types of license within the CMA regulations. There's a dealing license and there's a non-dealing license. Now, a dealing license actually takes positions and offers you a physical price. Okay, so you would be buying from that dealer, broker. Now, the non-dealer only connects you to the global market. So we are essentially a pass-through. You as Carol, for example, would come in and you would be connected to the global market. That's just the difference.
Okay, great. And what does this mean for domestic Forex traders in Kenya, having actually a local online Forex brokerage firm?
Two things. The biggest advantage, I think, is one, efficiency of settlement. Today, if you want to send money to an international broker to start trading, all traders will tell you it takes about a week. Now, if you're going to send money and it takes you a week, investment opportunities on the Forex market come and go quickly. So what we are giving them is efficiency. You can put money in your account and start trading in 5 minutes, 5 to 10 minutes, and you're good to go and you're ready. The second thing is you're trading in a regulated environment. Now, if you have any complaint, we are mandated within the regulations to have a complaints handling procedure through the regulator. Now, if you are not satisfied with the resolution of your complaint, you have a local regulator that you can go to. Now, with an international broker, you don't have a recourse. Some brokers are in Cyprus. Unless you're going to get onto a plane, it's very hard for you to get recourse. So the second thing is that you're able to trade in a transparent manner in a regulated environment. The third thing is significantly reduced transactional costs. We accommodate all deposit costs. So anybody who's depositing money to start trading does not incur any costs. Now, that is a significant plus because it means that you can start trading without any capital costs that you'd have incurred or any transactional costs that you incur. We carry those costs before you come on board.
Okay. So how much is traded every day, or maybe
globally?
Yes.
So globally, the Forex market is the largest market. It's traded about $5.3 trillion is traded daily. It is a 24-hour, 5 days a week market. So you'd find that there's trades that happen in Japan when we are asleep. When we wake up, we align to the London market. So we trade into the London market as Kenyans, and when we are closing shop at 5 p.m., the New York market is opening. When we are well asleep, the New York market closes and the Japan market opens. So it's a 24-hour market, and you can trade at any point in time. I have traders who trade at 3 a.m. because they see that's where the opportunities are. They wake up at 3 a.m. and they do their trades, make their money, and when we are up to go and look for work, they have made their money and they are now gone back to sleep. So it's a fantastic opportunity, 24 hours a day.
Okay, so there is money in online Forex trading.
There's a lot
as long as you know where to
As long as you're disciplined around how you manage your risk, there's a significant opportunity for Kenyans. And we are happy to educate Kenyans on how to manage their risk because we don't want people to feel that they have been shortchanged. We want people to understand that there's an opportunity for alternative asset classes with the right discipline.
Okay. Maybe you can speak a little bit about, earlier this week we did see Communication Authority put on a notice or an alert on the upsurge of online traders posing to sell stuff online. The same might be happening when it comes to online Forex trading.
Yes.
Maybe you are the only company that has been licensed.
Yes.
Maybe you can share with us that.
Well, that is a big issue globally. Just in August, India, the Indian authorities did a raid and they found somebody had put up a website and was taking money from people pretending to be an online Forex broker. And these are the concerns that a regulated environment seek to address. Today, if you just Google the word Forex, you'll find a lot of brokers but how do you assess them? And then I think what the Communications Authority is saying is very important, because there are a lot of international brokers that are targeting Kenyan clients, because Kenyan investors are savvy, Kenyan investors are intrepid, they're always willing to try new things, and they become susceptible to this. So I'm very supportive of what the Communications Authority is saying, is that we need to vet a lot of these online transactions. And it's not only on Forex, it's on retail products. You see the picture of something and you think that's what you're purchasing, but really when it's delivered to you, you have no recourse, because it was being shipped from somewhere where you don't have an idea of. So I'm happy that the regulators are starting to look at these things. It's very important for the market to trade and do business in a transparent manner.
Okay. Unfortunately, we have to end the conversation there.
Thank you. Thank you for your time.
You're welcome. But we have been asking you, have you ever engaged in online Forex trading? You can share with us your experience on 22162. Have you ever engaged in online Forex trading? Share your experience with us on 22162, or you can use a social media platform at KBC Channel 1 on Facebook, at KBC Channel 1 on Twitter, or you can tag me at Carol W. Njenga or at Kevin Njenga, and we'll read all your texts or your tweets, and he'll also respond to you once you ask him the questions that you need to know about online Forex trading. Now we'll take a short break, but when we come back, we'll continue with the stories that have been making headlines in the world of business.